This is a discovery role play. This is a fellow named Bill Morehouse, whom I cold called. I offered two options. One was a 10-minute brief on what we can do and can give him some ideas on his 401k and financials and savings rates. And the other was to come on in, have a sandwich, roll up our sleeves, and start talking about some more serious things. He was ready to go. He and his wife had been talking about this. I called at the right time, and he went straight to door number 2, which was, let's sit down and start talking about this. So I'm Michael Smith, and I'm going to play the role of financial advisor. And this wall here is going to be playing Bill Morehouse. And action. Bill, thanks for coming in. Hope you enjoy the sandwich. I know you have to get back to CSX, so I sure appreciate your time. I want to take our time together, about half hour, 40 minutes, tell you a bit about the firm and my practice, and then obviously get focused on what's going on with you and your wife. When we spoke on the phone, it sounded like you were ready to move forward with getting your financial house in order. And so in the interest of time, I want to kind of talk about your 3 choices. In a golf analogy, it's like learning to play golf. You can do it yourself, kind of download a video game and hope you learn about a swing. That's the CSX 401k website from Empower, a robo-advisor tool, or any of those kind of web sort of tools out there. And so for some folks, that's great. Second is the do it to me option. And this is the groups that will sell you golf clubs. TD Ameritrade, Charles Schwab, these product sort of sales groups that will sell you a golf club and off you go. AXA is a do it with me option. We develop your golf swing. What I mean by that is you walk away after 30 years with a comprehensive financial plan and someone, me, who's helped you execute it on an ongoing basis. Okay? So it's do it yourself, do it to me, or do it with me, and we're the do it with me option. We're going to talk about what that means. Also, at the end of the conversation, we're going to come to some sort of consensus on which of those 3 works best for you. If it's AXA, we're going to hopefully schedule some time with your wife to roll up our sleeves and really fill some gaps and set some goals. Fair enough? Great. Bit of background. I was a 401k guy for 30 years, and I joined AXA to round out my practice to serve individual clients like you. So when I consulted in a former life with Home Shopping Network, for example, the 401k fiduciary committee and the lawyers all got together, and everything was about the golf swing. An investment policy statement set the overall strategy. Then we designed a portfolio, those pie charts you always see. And then finally, the last part, the simplest part basically, was filling out the pie chart pieces, what funds would fit where. So it was all about the process, the swing, and the last part was the product. I was surprised to learn that individual investors' processes are typically the exact opposite. They invert the whole process and they buy a bunch of stuff, golf clubs, if you will, that sort of imply a policy with no real thought given to a prudent strategy of where it's trying to go. So my mission, my role here is to turn the processes of individuals upside down to look more like what we do in prudent investing in 401k, that $3 trillion market. Make sense? Okay, great. A little bit about this place. We are the #1 insurance brand on the planet for 7 years running, 160,000 employees, over 1.5 trillion in assets. We're one of the 20 top companies on the planet also, sandwiched between Apple and GE. We are headquartered in Paris, but more importantly, we've been here in Jacksonville for over 100 years. Okay, so again, over the sandwich, we want to kind of some sort of consensus if AXA and the do it with me approach might be right for you. We have 100 million clients around the planet. They all became clients with the simple question that began the conversation, and that was, what's going on? So we've kind of talked about my practice, a little bit of AXA. I want to take a bite of the sandwich here and take some notes. What's going on? Tell me about your path so far. Where are you? What are your 3 or 4 biggest concerns? What have you done so far? And how can I help?